A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold move, United States President Donald Trump has announced plans to overhaul the country's electoral system, claiming that his 2020 election loss was a result of widespread fraud. Trump took to his Truth Social platform to declare his intention to sign an executive order mandating voter identification for every voter. Voter ID must be part of every single vote. No exceptions. I will be doing an executive order to that end, he stated emphatically. He further proposed to eliminate mail-in voting, except for those who are severely ill and military personnel stationed far away from polling locations. This latest announcement follows a series of false claims made by Trump and his Republican allies regarding alleged voter fraud and illegal voting by non-citizens. Despite extensive investigations revealing no evidence to support these allegations, Trump's insistence on electoral integrity has fueled a significant push for stricter voting regulations. Historically, voter ID laws have been contentious in the United States, with regulations varying widely from state to state. Under the Help America Vote Act, HAVA, of 2002, first-time voters in federal elections must present some form of identification if they registered by mail, although this requirement does not apply to those who registered in person. Many southern and Midwestern states have implemented stringent photo ID laws, arguing that these measures are necessary to deter voter fraud and bolster public confidence in the electoral process. However, critics contend that such requirements disproportionately disenfranchise low-income and marginalized voters. In March of this year, Trump signed an executive order that included controversial provisions requiring documentary proof of citizenship to vote in federal elections. However, parts of this order were blocked by a judge in April, who ruled that the regulation of federal elections falls under the jurisdiction of states and Congress, not the president. Despite this setback, Trump remains undeterred, pledging to push forward with an executive order to ban mail-in ballots and voting machines ahead of the critical midterm elections scheduled for November 3, 2026. These midterms will serve as a pivotal referendum on Trump's policies since he regained power in January. Democrats are expected to mount a significant challenge to the Republican majority in both the House of Representatives and the Senate, aiming to thwart Trump's domestic agenda. Adding to the controversy, Trump has appointed Heather Honey, a Pennsylvania activist known for her flawed analyses of voter data, to a new role at the Department of Homeland Security as Deputy Assistant Secretary for Election Integrity. Honey's previous claims, which suggested that Pennsylvania had more votes than voters, were cited by Trump during a rally prior to the Capitol insurrection on January 6, 2021. Her organization, Verity Vote, has been criticized for disseminating misleading information regarding mail-in ballots and voter identification requirements. The appointment of Honey has raised eyebrows given her track record of promoting unsubstantiated claims about voter fraud. In 2021, she participated in a partisan audit of election results in Maricopa County, Arizona, which was widely criticized for its methodological flaws and ultimately confirmed Biden's victory. As the 2026 midterm elections approach, the implications of Trump's proposed changes to the electoral system are significant. While he continues to assert that these measures are necessary to protect the integrity of elections, many experts warn that such actions could further complicate the voting process and disenfranchise voters. The ongoing debate over voter ID laws and mail-in voting is likely to dominate political discourse in the coming months as both parties prepare for a contentious electoral battle. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.